Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to TNN News Raw. Your host, Tom.
No way, babe. No way. What you gonna do with your fit? What you gonna do?
She's scared.
Don't screenshot. Hey, don't screenshot. Cause this what y'all mama need to do.
Oh,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TNN News Raw. I'm your host, Mr. Tommy Sotomayor, and this is breaking news. This breaking news is sad, disgusting, wrong, and in a lot of ways goes to prove the points that I normally make about black women. Excuse the background. I should be over behind my green screen, but I've been maneuvering this little stuff around and trying to get this stuff together. And the reason I'm leading up into this is because what you saw at the beginning, there's more to this video. And I had to put it on the website because you know what's going to happen. They're going to flag me down. The woman that you saw in the video grabbing her daughter by the hair is the woman that you see right now over my shoulder here. And that woman has the name that everybody need to have etched in their mind. This beautiful black queen that they say are goddesses and I'm wrong for talking about, and they want to take me down for talking about them. But ever notice that the people who do not like me have never, ever, ever concerted their efforts to get rid of abusive parents when we as black people know that the majority of black mothers have treated us abusively. Now, I told people that there is a connection, a correlation between single black mothers and abusive children. The woman that you see on the screen right now, her name is Leticia. Let me make sure I got her name right. Jeez Louise. Her name is Larisha. I don't know how you say that shit. L-A-R-I, Larita. That took a second. Larita Cosby. Ha, like Bill Cosby. Larita Cosby is a 43-year-old mother of, it looked like about 4 to 5 children. Larita is 43 years old, still out there dating. I'm 41 and I want to quit that damn date, and I'll be 42 this year. Not only is she out there dating, but she has daughters, and she has her daughters around men. Apparently one of those men who were around her daughter molested her daughter. Her daughter, who's a young teen, which is why people keep telling me I'm a child molester, because I keep telling people no matter how old your daughter is, do not assume that just because a man is grown, he won't try her. Now, I guess it's wrong for me to say that because that shows that I'm a pedophile. But then I guess me also saying just because you're driving a car, you should put on a seatbelt and not assume that the other drivers don't really give a shit about losing their life or ruining their car. Preventative maintenance is something that black people do not do. As a 43-year-old woman, you was having all these children when you were young, you should have at least picked a good dick, but that's one thing that black women cannot do, pick a good dude for them. This woman beat the living shit. When you go to my website, and the link is in the description box to see this fight, for those of you who have not already seen it, she beat this girl so bad that her nose was bleeding. And the worst part, the people who sat there and watched it and filmed it and taped it did nothing. As a matter of fact, the grandmother stood in front of the daughter and the granddaughter and tried to stop them from filming it, saying, "Don't screenshot this, don't screenshot this." But did you hear at the beginning what the mother said? If you didn't, I'm going to replay it right here.
No way, babe. No way. What you gonna do with your fit? What you gonna do?
She's scared.
Don't screenshot. Hey, don't screenshot. Cause this what y'all mama need to do.
Oh.
Notice how she said more of the parents out there need to do this? Yes, that's a long-standing moniker of black women. They believe in saying this. The edict of black women is beat the shit out of your kids. And if they go to jail, that means you didn't beat them enough. Beat the shit out of your kids. If they're homeless, that means you didn't beat them enough. I'm not lying. And as a matter of fact, people in the comment section, tell the people if I'm lying. The majority of black women believe if you don't do what they want you to do, beat you. If you didn't make straight A's, beat them. If you didn't make straight B's, beat them. If you did make straight A's, beat them some more. Maybe they'll make some A pluses. Black women believe in beating the fuck out of their children, so much so that there are a lot of you guys that have actually fought your mothers and never said it. Well, let me tell you something. I physically fought mine. I was in the bathroom listening to headphones. Like, apparently she was talking to me. I had a Walkman back then with a tape. But I'm listening to this music, and apparently she didn't like the fact that she was saying something to me, and I didn't hear it. Now, mind you, at this time, I wasn't 11. I wasn't 9. I was a big old grown-ass boy. I was about 14, 15 years old, and I was pretty damn big. And my mom is approximately 5'4", 5'5". She was small and thin. She walked into that bathroom where I was, saw me with the headphones, snatched the headphones off me, and punched me directly in the face. Now, mind you, this isn't the first time that my mom had punched me in the face. Not only did my mom punch me in the face before, my mom hit me with a high-heel shoe. She hit me with a rowboat paddle. She hit me with a racing car track. She hit me with, what do you call those things, extension cords. My mom has beaten me with pretty much anything she's found around the house. People in the audience can tell me if your black moms did this. And many of us have to grow up, continue to still praise our mothers for doing this. Now, I'm a boy. And there's been a lot of boys who've been molested by mama's boyfriend, but they don't really come out and talk about it because nobody wants to hear black men talk about when they were molested. Hell, I told the story about being molested by a woman, and people told me I was a faggot because I didn't enjoy it, even though I was 10. We move on to this story and the continuation of the violence that black women are perpetuating on their children, which in turn make them go out and do it to others. When you see young black children out there and they're being violent, remember where they normally came from. Black women who they do not have to be held accountable for anything that they do. Miss Loretta Crosby, at 43 years old, not only had the backing of the community, because when you watch the video, you'll hear them say, disrespectful ass little girl, because the little girl was being grabbed by her nappy ass hair, because you know, black women cannot stand the sight of natural black hair, nor can they stand the sight of dark-skinned children. This woman produced dark-skinned children. She hated them. Then she created a dark-skinned child who actually was skinnier than her and had a better body than her because she's younger than her, which means that her boyfriend would rather touch you than your fat ass. You weigh 400 damn pounds. You and last gym you saw had Slim in front of it. But you want to go and beat your child because your lecherous ass boyfriend decided that he wanted to fuck her instead of you. But you brought him around your budding child for what reason? I've said to my daughter's mom several damn times, I wouldn't appreciate it if you brought some man into your house around my daughter when she's filling out. Because now you're asking that man to control himself over something you keep parading in front of him. And you don't know how to pick a good man, because if you did, I wouldn't be your baby daddy. You don't know how to pick a good man because by now you be married. See, I know I don't know how to pick a good person. So guess what I don't do? Bring the motherfuckers I pick pretty much around my kid because I know I pick bad people. So you ain't going to get to stay with my kid if you do come around my kid. You damn sure ain't going to get to babysit my kid because I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody. Most people don't even trust themselves if we were honest with ourselves. But let's continue the discussion. The grandmother can be heard in the video saying, did it happen? Then the girl said, yes. The grandmother then turns around and said, well, did it happen recently? Hold the fucking phone. You knew this child had been molested by her statement right then, and then you wanted to know if it happened recently? The mother claims that, yes, the boyfriend did do it, but he hadn't done it recently. The truth behind the story is the mother who was arrested and the grandmother who's now nobody can find her and the boyfriend are in hiding. They were hiding this. The boyfriend even admitted to doing it. Now, the girl has been removed from the home and the mother's been arrested. Because the girl is underage, they will not mention her name, but you guys saw from the video her face. The mother also has a Facebook page. And let me see if I can find Miss Loretta Crosby. Let's see, www.facebook. Just so you guys can see the type of stuff this woman did and how backwards ass black women are, because they backwards as hell. I'm sure there's not very many of these Loretta. Nope. Let's see if there's any. Yep, there's only one. All right, let's do a little bit of showcasing the last things that the mother, Loretta Crosby, the types of things that this type of mother, just like most black women, are posting on social media. See if we can move it over here. Where do I need to go? Let's try this. Alrighty then. That looks like it works. Let's go over here and go to Loretta Crosby's Facebook page. All right. Loretta Crosby. That's her page. She calls herself Rita Faye. She puts up this picture and says, that's what, wait a minute. That's what about I like all three. What? What the fuck? Look at what she, that's what about I like all three of them. What is what you like about all three of them? That's what about I like all three of them. I guess she meant that's what I like about all three of them, but I have no idea what that is. Now you see people coming in here going in on her about beating her kid. She then put up Marvin Sapp. For those who don't know, that is a religious dude. They're still posting her bullshit. But here's something funny that she posted. She's posting that she has missing children. And if you look, hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. It's hard being a single damn parent of 2 children. You got to make sure they're all right. They're running around, and you got to get them food, and they don't really care that you're recording. So, all right, as you look right here, this is what lets you know how phony and fake black women are. It would be like finding out that when I stop right now, I went and punched the shit out of my kids and came back and act like I gave a shit about kids. And then you was like, wait a minute, he's been abusing his kids all this damn time. That's exactly what the normal black woman is. I remember that people used to think my mom was the nicest motherfucker ever. And I was like, why do they think that? Then I realized it's easy to put on a public front. This woman just as recently as June 4th talked about Keisha Jacobs is missing, 21 years old, and she wants to help him. They found the killer who killed whatever the fuck. Shit, fuck fake people and friends and family that don't need them and ain't shit, stupid. Oh, God. No wonder the weather's been, I don't know what the fuck she's posting. Oh, no. And there she goes with amen and a bag full of money. Where that come from, I don't know. There she goes again. I guess that's 50 Cent with a trunk full of money. I don't know what it is this fat ass woman is about. Look at her fat ass. But this fat ass woman. Oh, somebody put up this picture right here. It said, I allowed a man to rape my baby. Then I beat her. She keep posting pictures of money. There's something ridiculous about black women. Seriously, black women are disgusting. There she goes putting up another picture of some missing, a missing girl. But, well, it's what she does. That I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the type of shit she posts. Now, mind you, if you look on her page also, what does it say right here? She lives in Richmond, Virginia. She is what? Single. All them fucking kids. But she's single because that's what you get with black women. A bunch of fucking irresponsible behavior. But I don't understand what the Barbara wrote. Barbara wrote, karma never misses and addresses raggedy bitch. You need to be bitch slapped. Now, I still want to say this to you. I think a lot of you black women love trying to act like you better than somebody else. But at the end of the day, there's not much difference between you and anybody else. There's literally not much difference between you and other people. And I want you guys, and I think that somebody made up a page because it doesn't look real. So it's just somebody made up a page just so they can go over there and fuck with it. But let me get back to the point and be real quick with you guys and end this up because I want you to go over there and watch this video. And when you go there, please leave a comment. Despite the boyfriend admitting that he did abuse the girl, and you can hear the girl in the video saying, don't get mad at me because your man is a pervert. Now, her daughter, is 16 years old. And she confided in her after she was abused by the boyfriend, but instead of protecting her daughter from sexual abuse, she decided to reprimand her for speaking out about it. Cosby's boyfriend at first denied the allegations, claiming it was her maternal grandmother, Tracy Griffin's boyfriend, who molested the teen. So 2 different men are claiming it was the other man who molested the teen. You guys got to go and just read this story. It's that damn sick. Just go read it. But you can hear the woman say to her daughter at one point, refer to her daughter as a nigger. She referred to her daughter as a nigger while beating her daughter. And then the people watching was like, ooh, she leaking, she leaking. Now, again, you got all these people making all these videos saying they're trying to stop me from making money. They're trying to stop me from molesting kids. They're trying to stop me from fucking young girls. All this shit every day. And they spend hours doing it. But you know what they don't do? Go after anybody like this who's actually doing it. So for all you people who have a problem with me, you have to remember, I'm just a man behind the mic that so many people think that they need to come and try to sabotage and ruin. You see my daughters, they're here with me. They stay the whole summer. If I was a fucking badass parent, there'd be no way that they both, because it's not one little girl's mom, it's two. There's no way in hell that these girls will be able to stay with me. And then another girl who's just a friend of one of my girls allowed her daughter to come. Now, do you think if I was a bad person at that point, now that woman was smart, she let her come, but she didn't let her come by herself. Because as a woman, you should not do that. And I would not allow that unless there was some type of different relationship. But these women are just fucking these dudes and letting these dudes around. Now, why mama got a boyfriend and grandmama got a boyfriend and both of them being accused of fucking the same little girl? Your 16-year-old daughter is practically a woman, and in a lot of states, they can have sex willingly at 16. So why would you think that your man is not going to sleep with somebody who looks better than you? Whatever it is he found interesting in you, your daughter is a lot finer, a lot slimmer, a lot tighter, a lot everything. And you believe that a person would see a 2017 Lexus and a 2007 Lexus and would rather get in the 2007? That's what women who have children, little girls, do when they expose them to their boyfriend. Your boyfriend won't not cheat on you. Your boyfriend barely have a job. Most of these black women have live-in boyfriends that stay in the house while they go out and work. So this nigga's around the house every damn day while your daughter is running around in Hello Kitty cutoffs. There's a huge ass porn industry which says teeny porn, where they get grown women who look like they could be teens to pretend to be teens and have old men fuck them. Now, if this was not an epidemic in the United States, this porn would not be as big as it is. So why don't we speak facts? The mom beat her daughter live on Facebook Live in front of a bunch of people who decided to pull out their camera instead of go help, which shows you the state of black people. That's why black people are going after me instead of the actual people who do something wrong, because they'd rather sit back and be voyeurs on things like this and not step in. See, we as black people have been taught that you can't say anything about black women because black women are infallible. Black women are God, like a bunch of them jackasses say. So, Jesse Williams, I know you went and got you a white woman because you realize what the fuck is going on. But let me just ask you for a minute, Jesse. Are black women still magical? Because since you said they were magical, I've been able to show you way more videos of them doing something violent than them doing anything magical. But then it was magic the way that she let her relationship with her daughter disappear. It was like, psh. But you guys are going to still act like I am some kind of scourge and a problem. You guys are going to act like coons are a real problem in the black community when the violence is coming from black women, period. Black women are teaching these young boys to fight. They're teaching these young girls to fight. So every time you are robbed, raped, killed, stabbed, or anything by a black person, remember where it comes from. The black, irresponsible, democratic mothers who believe that they can have child after child after child after child because the state will come in and take care of it. Now, please go over and watch this video and make sure that if you know anything about let me make sure I say her name right. Loretta Crosby. If you can make sure that if you live in Richmond, Virginia, you make sure the world knows what type of person Loretta Crosby is. If you are a person looking to hire somebody, you make sure that you do not hire a person who would go out and beat the shit out of their kid like this woman did. And if you are any kind of man that's willing to lay up with her, which you can't be shit because this bitch got back fat all back here. I'm not lying. This bitch has it's like 2 punching bags on her back. I ain't never seen no shit like this. She got this badass weave in her hair, which is red. That's why I don't trust these fucking weave heads. She got all this Facebook bullshit. She's not trying to be a parent. She just used her kids as photo ops. And that's the great part about my kids. You talk to them by themselves. You don't need me around. Talk to them by themselves and tell them what kind of dad I am. The best thing you can have is not to go around trying to big up yourself as a parent, but your children big you up. And not forced big up like the majority of children have when we big up our moms because we're forced to big them up. Ain't it amazing that people will still stick on the side of this mother for beating the crap out of her kid? Because the majority of black women beat the crap out of their kids. But if dad missed 2 child support payments, that nigga ain't shit. Anyway, fuck this whore, and fuck any whore that believes in what she did was oh damn K. Please go click the link in the description box and go watch the video for yourself. Leave a comment, read the story. This shit is sick and it's real. And national media ain't covering this. National media covered the riot mom beat the hell out of her kid and gave her money. But they ain't covering these abusive black women. I'm the only fool that's actually covering these abusive black women. But then they allow abusive white women to go around and be abusive too. They're just not as manly and big hand and testosterone filled as our black women are. I'm just saying the facts. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Fuck you and good night.
You a motherfucking liar. Bro,
Get up, bro. Oh, yeah, get up.
Stop hitting me.
Get
Stop
up.
hitting me. Stop hitting me, nigga. Stop hitting me.
Oh, and P.S. I want you guys to, when you go, I played a little bit of this. I don't know if I'll be able to get in, if I'll get in trouble for that. I just wanted you guys to see the part where she was referring to her daughter like this. And if you go, what really hurts me is how the people were cheering it on and acting like it was normal, because it is. See, when a woman does damage to someone, we believe that they're not only like children, but retarded children. So it's no big deal that they do it. We are so afraid of putting women in check that treating women like normal, average, everyday citizens. Because if this was a man doing this to his child, no matter what his child did, we would have never accepted it. And the whole community would have been breaking this up. So why is no one breaking this up? That should be the scariest part. That we think it's normal for women to be violent. We're told that men are bigger, stronger, whatever. But women are the ones getting the passes for being violent. And the more passes you give women for being violent, guess what's going to happen? The more violent they're going to be. I'm out.